Right, curtain cider. It's been a while since you've seen this. I think the last time you saw it, it was still in its box. As you can see, I've built it. I actually built it completely stock to take to the West Country RC Truckers December meeting up in Weston-super-Mare. That was, I say, completely stock out of the box. I didn't build the rear doors because you have to glue the skins together, the inner and outer skins. I didn't want to do that until I built it for like its final assembly, so I just left them off, but the rest of it I built. Since then I've added these alloy wheels, which were a bit of a pain in the ass. They're the Carson alloys, but the amount of material that goes on the threaded part is wider, so that means there's less threaded part left on the spindle to actually put a wheel nut on, so you can't use the stock wheel nuts. They just fall off, so I brought these really thin, like pancake nuts, so they're just enough to keep the wheel on. I've got hubcaps as well, and they are stored in my homemade rear pallet box, which is half the size of that one. And like the front one, it does actually open. If I can do this one-handed, would be cool. There we go. So they go back, and then you got that. Now I am going to go back over this because it's just glued in together at the minute. But what I want to do is see those little aluminium tabs. Again, they're glued in, but what I'm going to do is eventually same thing that I did on the 4 Series side boxes, which is just put a little M2 nut and bolt through each surface to help keep it together. That's where my infrared beer trailer unit is going to live, and probably the battery and receiver as well, so there's going to be a bit of weight in that one, unlike that one, which has got a central, if you can see, it's got a central divider. So it's 2 separate boxes, whereas that one goes all the way through. So I'm going to have to reinforce it before I paint it, or yeah, you know, redo it later on. Keep that box, but just reinforce it. So yeah, that's what I've done. And then I stopped, and the reason I stopped is because I was more interested in doing my 4 Series and my S. This will, obviously, I'm getting there. It's just I've left the realm of the known and sort of gone into the unknown now, with the curtain. So I put this rail in, and that is, I think that's going to work. I got a friend who has done something very similar to this in the past, not with this Carson trailer, but he has converted a trailer into a working curtain cider. And he said, you know, get one. That's a rail from a caravan, curtain rail, and he just said get one of them, and also some ribbon to attach the. I'll show you. To attach the curtain to the eyelets, so you put the ribbon through the eyelet and then glue it to the inside of the curtain. So that's a thing. I've got some electromagnets in that little white in here, and then I think I'm going to put them along the bottom, and so the bottom of the curtain will be magnetised. I'll put little metal tabs in it, and then I'll hit a switch and it'll be magnetised, hit a switch and it'll come off like that, and then I can hit another switch, which would probably be for a motor mounted up here, and then it will drive the rails back, so the curtains will open backwards or forwards. I haven't quite figured that out. All sounds good in theory, but you know, obviously I've got to do it for real. So that's going to be a fun task. So I kind of went back to the 4 Series and got that finished, almost finished. It's now in there. And then my S, I'm now in the process of prepping it for paint. And I've started wiring up the SFR1 unit in it. So yeah, whether this will be done for the Nationals, I don't know. Honestly, I just don't know. What I can say is I will do it. Obviously, I've got the forklift to do as well. My mate's going to 3D print me the bits for that. But he doesn't know when. I said it's no rush. But yeah, I'll get that sorted when I can. Do a video on that when I've started it. So yeah, I can't really say when this is going to be done because I'm still monkeying around with ideas for curtains. Like I want to get new curtains, but I don't know what material that is. And I've ordered a couple of samples, as you can see here, and that one's not right, and that one's close, but he's not quite right. So I'm just trying to figure out what material that is, so I can order another sheet, because I want to use that as like a test, like a trial and error. So I've still got those ones to fall back on in case, you know. But anyway, I'll figure that out. So that's that one. I need to paint it. Ian Sparks did put a comment on one of my videos saying you need to paint it, and he was right. I agree, because it is starting to rust. So I just need to prime it at least. But I'll paint it. I don't know what colour. I was going to do the same as the T-cab, but if I do it the same as that, my OCD is going to kick in, and I'm going to want to only use it behind the T-cab. So I might do a neutral colour like black and white, and then have it so I can use it behind the T and the S. Who knows? I don't know. If I wire them up, the T-cab, if I wire the S up the same as the T-cab, I can use the trailer behind both. Because if the outputs on the beer unit's coloured configuration for the lights, if that's the same, then I can use either trailer and it will work fine. I'm pretty sure that was the most complicated explanation I've ever heard, but it made sense to me. But yeah, anyway, that's the trailer. Getting there slowly with it, but you know, it might be a long road to get this thing done. I know I rush through everything else, but I enjoy making the trucks a bit more at the minute. So I'll get my S done, and then I'll come back to this and see what I can do. But it might be done for the Nationals, it might not. If not, no rush. I'll do it. Get ready for next year's Nationals. But yeah, that's it. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, which will hopefully be the 4 series. I'm waiting for a couple of bits to arrive just so that my OCD can relax and say it's done, and then I'll do a video when it's done. So hope you understand. I'll get there. It's just a couple of things for the interior, like little cushions and some stickers, and that's it. Literally after that I'll be happy with it for now, and I'll do a video on it. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.